Hello, good afternoon, students. My name is Rahim, the security education teacher. I welcome you all to the online teaching. We have been on holiday for a long time because of this coronavirus pandemic that have been ravaging the land, but we shall be meeting online. So we are here today, this afternoon, to talk on security education on the topic crime prevention. Crime prevention. Will you repeat after me? Crime prevention. But we cannot just go on to crime prevention without understanding the crime. What is crime? Crime is all the actions that are detrimental to the individual and society at large. That is a harmful behavior that affects the individual as well as the society at large. We move to the types of a crime. Basically, we have 4 types of a crime, which are personal crime, property crime, organized crime, and white-collar crime. First one, which is a personal crime. It has to do with the having bodily injury to individual. That is, it causes bodily injury to individual. It affects only the individual. That's why we call it a personal crime. Then, example of a personal crime are assault and battery, murder, and some other ones. The second one is property crime. Property crime. What is property crime? These are the things that will do, harmful behavior that will do to the property of another person, like burglary, robbery, and arson, which has to do with the burning another person's property. The third one is organized crime. Organized crime. We call it organized crime because it has to be planned for several, let's say a week, month, and so before it is carried out. And it cannot be carried out by a single person, but group of individuals, which involve details of how it is going to be carried out will be well planned and mastered by individual. So example of a organized crime is a terrorism, insurgency, armed robbery, drug trafficking, human trafficking, etc. Then the fourth one is white collar crime. This one doesn't involve any injury to individual or society, but this involves the manipulation of the figures in the office. That is, those that are in the position of managing the economy or managing the resources of the organization. They can use their position to change the figure in order to suit them. Example of a white collar crime is a fraud. Then let's go further to the topic of today, which is a crime prevention. The lesson objective for today is that at the end of the lesson, the student should be able to define crime prevention. 2, state different ways of preventing crimes in the society. Then, what's the definition of crime prevention? Crime prevention is an attempt to reduce and deter crime and criminals. That is, all the attempts made by individuals to prevent crimes and deter criminals in the society is known as a crime prevention. Like uh, installing iron door in your house, and some other things to secure your house is known as a crime prevention. Crime prevention also is the effort made by the government to reduce crime by enforcing the law and maintaining criminal justice. That is, all the effort made by the government to reduce crime by enforcing law and maintaining criminal justice. That is, this suggests that crime cannot be fully prevented if there is no law enforcement and criminal justice is not enhanced and upheld. Then crimes and criminals will continue to thrive. What this means that there must be law made by the government, and there must be law enforcement agency that need to enforce this law to maintain the criminal justice for us to wipe out criminals in our society. These are various ways of preventing crime in the society. One, having strong legislation against crime in our society. Legislation, these are the laws put in place by the government of the state or of the country to prevent crime. The laws must be well spelled out and they must be enforced on every citizen of the country. That is, there must be no sacred and non-touchable cow in the society. The strong legislation will have to spell out the, the punishments for the criminals when they are caught. This will prevent the criminals from committing crime in the society because they know that when they are caught, they are going to face severe penalty. The second one is a biometric database. Biometric database. That is, developing a fast and robust database will enhance the tracking of criminals via the use of DNA data, and effective document information is very crucial. When you have a database that is working, this will allow the law enforcement agency to track any criminals that has committed crime in the society based on the data they have in their database. Three, installing surveillance camera in all the strategic locations. Installing surveillance cameras in all strategic locations. Surveillance CCTV cameras can be mounted in all the strategic locations. This has effect of the power of capturing the face of the criminals when they are committing crime. And with this, the law enforcement agents can use it to track them down and arrest them and bring them to justice. Four, you must also be smart, vigilant, and to be alert at all time. That is, although you cannot know everything about crime prevention, but individual need to equip himself or herself with the knowledge of crime prevention and be vigilant at all time in order to prevent crime in our neighborhood and the society at large. Five, help ex-offenders find secure living wage employment. That is, provide employment for the ex-offenders. That is, those people that have committed crime and they have been upended by the law enforcement agency. They'll be sentenced and they've served their punishment. After they are released, we need to help them to find employment, since we know that an idle hand is a devilish workshop. Anybody that is not gainfully employed will like to engage in criminal activities in order to, for sustainability, in order to be able to to go about with their daily operations. So when they are gainfully employed, they will not engage in criminal activities again, and by then we'll be able to prevent crime in our society. Then sixth one, involving in training to help former offenders to reintegrate into the society is another ways of preventing crime. That is, we need to reintegrate back into the society the offenders. That is, those that have committed offense and they've been tracked, they'll be sentenced, and they've served their jail term, and they are now coming back into the society. We need to integrate them, allow them, associate with them. We continue to associate with them so that they will not go back to crime. And with this, our society will be rid of the criminals and we can prevent crime in the society. With this, we have talked about today on the crime. I've defined crime as the harmful behavior which affects not only individual and society at large. I've equally mentioned the type of crimes, which are the personal crime, property crime, organized crime, and what white collar crime. Equally, we have also looked at how we can prevent crime in our society. With this, I believe you must have enjoyed today's lecture. Hopefully, we shall meet again another day on week 2. Before then, I want you to go onto your notes on the school website to look for the assignment on the topic today. Thank you. Remain safe. Don't go around because of the corona issue pandemic in the society. Thank you.